Hey everybody, how's it going? In today's video, let's wrap up an exclusive series. This one featuring Bugatti Veyron 16.4 Grand Sport Vitesse. And I've already posted an overview for this series running through basically the cost and rewards, basically the numbers associated with the series. I'll have the link to that video in the description box below if you guys are interested in that. Along with also the basically playthrough of the entire series up till this one, the final tier here. So without further ado, let's just jump right in and get going. Final tier, tier 20. We got elimination at Dubai Grand Prix, head-to-head at Mount Panorama, and the cup at Indianapolis Motor Speedway road course. So we'll start with the cup, just because today we have a daily bonus of some extra racing dollars. I know it's just racing dollars, but it's nice to have. And then we'll hire the crew here that are offering free services. So 7 laps around Brickyard. I think even with the double service bar bonus, I think that will be all wiped out. So since I do want to complete the full series here, yeah, we'll have Eric hired. All right. And this car sporting the Irish Springs soap, bar soap, because the car is so slippery. And this car is probably, I believe this car has been in the game since the very first release. And yeah, it's one of the most expensive cars back then, costing some 750 gold, I think. And since then, we've added a lot more expensive cars than this one to the game. But yeah, this is sort of the OG of like super fast, super expensive cars in the game. And of course, to have access to this exclusive series, you do need to not only own the car, but fully max out the upgrades, which of course always cost you more. In the case of this guy, it does cost like some 1300 gold plus change, something like that. So yeah, certainly not a car that you would have access to early in the game. And yeah, kind of slippery. Definitely the driving dynamics very slippery on this one. So you have to just watch your speed. That's what you got to be careful about. It isn't so much that car lacks grip. It does, like on specs. The grip is decent. It's just that the top speed on this guy, well, this and the rest of Bugatti lineup in the game, right? They are very fast cars. So yeah, if you miss your braking point like I did, that's what you gotta do. Alright, so P6 starting lap 2 here. It's a long race. We got, like 6 more laps, including this one. So we'll look for our opportunity for overtake. I thought I got a better start out of the exit, but we'll have to do it on the end of the straight. And let's see, I got a jump start on you. So, all right, catching up to now in P4. Yeah, quite take those curves flat out, not in this guy. And let's overtake my other account. You can see from the avatar, the lion avatar. Now in P3. All right, just 2 more to overtake to claim the lead. Let's see. There we go. Always try to prioritize the coming out of these corners with higher speed. then carrying more speed into the corners. So if you have a choice, let's say if you're learning how to race some of these super fast cars, or really not even super fast cars, but really any cars, you want to try to, when you're learning the braking point, start with the early braking, because late braking just messes you up much more than early braking, you know? You want to make sure you aim for the apex of the corner, and yeah, that was late, obviously. So yeah, these super fast Bugattis and the likes of, you know, Hennessy and what other cars? Yeah, Koenigsegg's, right? That's the other manufacturer that's got like this super fast top speed cars that just does not quite have enough braking power or grip to quite, you know, I mean, you have to brake super early on these cars, right? So not very forgiving where it comes down to missing your braking points, just because oftentimes you are traveling at a very, very fast speed. So let's see what kind of speed we're talking about here. We're easily gonna hit, okay, not quite 400 kph there. That's the fastest straight in this circuit, but still, you know, how much distance should you allow yourself to, you know, essentially come to slow enough speed that you can take a pretty sharp corner? You know what I mean? How much distance do you need? A decent amount, according to this car. Because, yeah, like, you know, like 300 plus kph when you're traveling at that speed. Unless you're driving, racing Formula 1. Of course, Formula 1 cars, yeah, I guess they can hit, you know, 300 kph, but not like this guy. These guys, when it comes down to top speed, 300 is average. Look at that. 370 and change easily. And we have spare time to slow down at the end. So all right, and we got a relatively decent lead, 130 meters or so. But definitely not enough to do any kind of goofy donut mid-race or anything like that, because yeah, these guys are gonna close in pretty quickly. But yeah, for racing cars like this one, tilt B control is definitely very helpful, so you can coast a little bit. So you're not relying on either, you know, heavy braking or full on, you know, full throttle. You can adjust your speed a little bit more incrementally. So yeah, and when you're learning braking point, one of the things that I used to do is basically race in chase view with the braking assistance like engaged. And the reason why I say braking assistance and the chase view is because you can tell when brake assistance engages brakes. So obviously they are a bit more on the conservative side, but they give you a ballpark idea of around where computer thinks you should be braking. And then from that point on, you can kind of push and pull a little bit, make minor adjustments until you find the optimal braking point. Right? So that's one of the ways you can kind of get yourself familiarized with the different circuits, especially if you're entering a new circuit. And obviously, it depends on each car. Things are slightly different, right? Like this guy is not a very good example of where to find your optimal braking point, because well, it's gonna break pretty early on because of the, as I mentioned, the top speed being so high. You know, but anyway, so that's good enough for race 1. Get some extra bonus for TSM friends racing against here, and some extra fame points. All right, not bad. But yeah, 750, that would have wiped out all the service bars for sure. And this car, because it's the, like as I said, the OG car, right? The service time is not just 3 hour flat, but more like 4 hours and 45 minutes. So extra ads you would have to watch. Who wants to do that? All right, so just 2 more trophies to go. So let's do, I guess, head to head next. Just a single lap, and my opponent is going to be a Master vinyl artist. Let's see if we get a nice view of, look at that, pretty cool stuff. Anyway, no time to admire a vinyl work. At least we got a series to wrap up for extra 40 gold, so we'll see you later. There we go. And how early should we break? Apparently that was good enough. And the cutting, there we go. 33 seconds for checkpoint 1. Ooh, that's awfully close to that curve. And yeah, I cannot take, obviously, this way you're not going to be able to take the Skyway flat out. Far from it. You'd be coasting and braking, most likely. And ever so crucial forced elbow. Oh, that's a pretty good one. I gotta say. 107 at checkpoint 2. And let's see, top speed. We are gonna hit 400, but I don't think I have enough to slow down. Yeah. Kitty box. Or litter box. Kitty box? Kitty litter box. There you go. All right. So there we go. Minute 37 and change. I'm gonna guess, yeah, some off-track penalty. And 900 racing dollars for the TSM bonus. Some 1200 fame points for a lap around Bathurst circuit here. Pretty cool. And that's worth about 6.5 service bars. So little under 6, around 6 kilometers, I think. Yeah. And that brings us to the one final event here in this series in the form of elimination. Dubai Autodrome Grand Prix circuit. Grid of 8. 2 minutes and 20 seconds we need to survive. So here we go. And we are off the rear wing out. And yeah, this series, some exclusive series, feature drafting even for non-motorsport cars. But this one is not getting that treatment, unfortunately. You know, it's just one of the variants that makes the game a little bit more interesting. But Yeah, this one we don't have that. It's fine. Anyway, opponent number 2 removed. All right, 2 down. 5 or 4 more to go. Since I don't want to remove myself or eliminate myself, right? All right. Just 4 more opponents remain in the grid. And that's down to 3 now. All right, I'm down to 2 now. Let's stay focused. Make sure we don't miss the breaking point. That was a little late. So you gotta stay with it through the end. Don't lose your focus. You don't wanna fly off the track because your opponents will close in on you pretty quickly. 100 meter lead in these guys, not really that great. When you're traveling in the same direction, obviously you just maintain it, so it's fine. But if you go off track, around one of those corners where there's like a big open end to the corner, then it takes forever to get back, and then before you know it, you find yourself at the tail end of the grid again. Don't want that. Certainly not for the last race to wrap up a series, right? Where there's some 40 gold on the line. So there we go. That's good enough for the final elimination. Does take out a few more service bars. But we get to wrap up another exclusive series. There we go, 100% completion, 20,000 racing dollars, but more importantly, it was 40 gold. So, let's collect. There we go. Ta-da! All right, 100% complete. And I am 40 gold richer. All right. Thanks for taking along for the ride, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.